in the history of college football have had games, and more specifically, endings, etched into the memory banks, etched into the lore of the sport, more than the Iron Bowl. From the kick six to the grave digger, you just hear those words. Emotions, frustrations, stirred up that last a whole year. And in a rivalry game like this one, we can only hope for another classic like those. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Shoot, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Going up top again. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Auburn going to work with another first down. On the ground, it's Cobb. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tiger!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't even come close to getting back to the line. He'll lose 8.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds his man. It's Miller. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Got his man quickly. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires it incomplete.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Bama! Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown time. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he puts through the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Off the play fake on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll give it to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They want to run it left here. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Russell. Quickly complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. How about the Zimdish Jr. put on that ball to pick up the first down? The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And the quarterback's showing a lot of toughness on that play, being able to focus downfield with all that pressure coming right ahead.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That's caught. It's Thompson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Cut it. Here we go.
Barrels ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Not a chance. Missed it. And
it.